They always seem to get us on camera first thing. He and I be going at it. All right, babe, you're on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming in tonight. Hey.
We don't have nobody like that.
No. Man.
Oh, you're playing too much.
You just cut me off, everybody. Just like that.
Man, you ain't talking to nobody.
Well, you know.
First, I want to see if make sure the sound is okay. That everybody can hear us when it. So, all right. All right,
6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock. Go ahead.
Somewhere. Right here.
Go ahead. Do your intro.
Hey, thank you for stopping by tonight. My name is Luther Phillips. Welcome to You, Me, and We. And you are?
I'm Lori Phillips.
Oh, Lori Phillips. I think I know you.
First of all, can everybody hear us? Can everybody hear us okay? Can you hear us? And we're streaming on StreamYard, so we cannot see who comes on, or but we can see if you post. So post, say hi, let us know that you are on. But also, can you hear us? Is our volume okay? For those that are on. No, all right. Well, nothing. Everything must be okay. Hey, Apostle Barb, how are you? Can you hear us, Apostle Barb? Yes, okay, she can hear us.
All right.
So tonight we have special guests. We have none other than our own apostles.
Yes.
Chris and Apostle LaNise. But tonight they just Chris and LaNise. They just chilling tonight. They took off the apostle hats and they chilling with us. And so they just come on to talk to us about how they first got started and how they got married, how they met one another, how marriage is going, how they continue to stay married, which we already know they are.
Yes.
But they're just going to talk about that. So we just welcome you all tonight to You, Me, and We podcast. And like my husband said, he's Luther Phillips. I'm Lori Phillips. We also own and operate 2J's and a B, which is a custom screening, printing, and promotional products company. So, and also now we have added podcasts to our repertoire.
Oh, man. Moving on up.
Moving on up. So without further ado, we're going to pass the mic. Take it away.
Yes. Well, we're so honored to be with the Phillips on tonight, Apostles Luther and Lori Phillips. We love them so much that we drove up almost a couple hours to be with them on tonight. So we're so happy that you guys are tuned in. Hubby, what you want to say?
I just want to say that I am excited. I'm glad that we are here. We're at the studio at 2JB's, and I'm just excited just for this change of venue and to just express and talk about you, me, we.
You know, Vicky, she said, "Hey, family."
Hey,
Good to see you.
Hello.
Okay, so let's just get started. Let's just put it out there. How did you all meet?
But let it go to here.
I'm gonna let it go to here.
Even before that, let's walk it back just a little bit.
Okay.
Because some might know, some might not know
Mhm.
that LaNise, you wrote a book
Mm-hmm.
with your best friend
I
Vicky,
did.
and it was called
Shelf life,
Shelf life.
singleness.
How to Cope with Prolonged Singleness.
Yes.
So evidently you were single for a
I
while.
was single for a while.
So let's talk about
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You got to start there.
Okay. I thought I did some help. Well, I didn't get married till I was 46 years old. And so, Apostle Dr. Vic and I, we have so many stories. We have so many conversations about just being single. And so, we decided to write a book about it. And we used to laugh at that. We would say we got PhDs in singleness. So, because we feel like we earned the right.
Yeah.
And of course, my story is a little different than Apostle Dr. Vic, because we know that she she did it the way the Lord wanted to be. All right, all the way. So proud of her.
She did it.
Okay, and I waited 20 years
Sure.
of celibacy, and so we just felt like we were on to something to try to show men and women of God, particularly the women, that you can be kept and just wait for God. So that's how the book came about. We took many a trip single. We went to Hawaii twice. We went to Florida several times. We took cruises.
haven't been.
California, California, and we just had so many good times enjoying our singleness.
I've been to Hawaii.
I
Okay.
haven't been yet.
We gotta make sure they get to
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Right. It's going to
It's
happen.
going to happen.
Right.
That's right. Cause y'all, how many years y'all been married now?
It'll be 30. It'll
Okay.
be 30.
Okay. I think 30 is a good time.
That's a good time to go to
Hawaii. Celebrate.
It's time to go.
Yeah, the best time. Hint, hint.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
What time of the year is the best time? What time of the year is the best time to be in Hawaii?
Honestly, I think right now, me personally,
You think right now?
I think we're either like around February.
February, like
Yeah.
the cold, like the
It's
cold
cold
months here.
You can enjoy the summer there.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's what we think.
Yeah.
So we went when we got married. We went to Hawaii. We got married February 1. We was in Hawaii February 2.
The second.
Did that second, yeah. So we
So the-
right after we got married, we went up to the airport,
Yeah.
got a hotel, flew out the next day.
You want the goodness.
Yeah. So
Okay. So before y'all went to Hawaii.
Okay, right. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. I'm passing on to Mr. Reynolds.
So she talked about her prolonged singleness. How long were you single?
My whole life. Ever since I was born.
So there were no.
Like girlfriends. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I had a girlfriend here and there, or a lady friend here and there, but I never looked at it like, are those two relationships that was really anything concrete or anything. But I'll say this: it was one relationship the Lord told me not to get in.
But you was in it anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I was young. I was a young man, and you know how young men be. And so, in the other one, or rather, the one I thought was serious, it was more of like a church spiritual relationship in a sense, because I went to church, she went to church, but but I guess because of personalities,
Just
it just didn't work out. So other than that, in my mind, I've been single since I was born.
And see, and I think I was a total opposite because I've never been single.
Yeah.
I went from, a relationship into a relationship into a relationship,
Yeah.
and then I got married.
Mhm.
So and Vicky and I talked. I said, I can't tell you anything because I don't know what it's about.
Right.
I can't say, dude doesn't so, when you're single, I can't speak on it.
But see, for me, and I guess LaNise could identify, for me, when we got married, I guess for some people it was so, at least for me, it was so out of the clear blue because I was known as the single person. I mean, and they knew that, well, Chris can get a girl, why he single? But and I think our marriage, maybe for some people, may have been a whirlwind marriage, and it was, because we only really dated for maybe 2 months, if that.
No,
If that, you were August, September, I proposed in October, and we got married in February. So I think that maybe our boldness in marriage, or our boldness to get married, was something that we were ready for because we've been single so long. So, and of course we had counsel that said, well, y'all need to think about this, and and counsel is good. But because I think our counselors realized that y'all been single so long and y'all getting married so fast. You know what I mean? So
to interject, when you said counseling is good, no, because I know we discussed it before. The counseling that we had
Mhm.
We could have walked down the street.
Oh, no, not down the
Down
street.
the street. Literally.
Yeah,
No, I know we discussed it, it doesn't prepare you,
I
type
agree.
of counseling.
Is that, I'm just already
It
saying
does
that.
not prepare you for marriage, it really does. Now, I know they do, they try to, ask certain
Yeah.
questions, and I don't think, and it's something that you think about. It is, maybe, but we're in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
but it does not prepare you for marriage, and I think, life and the Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because you don't know as you go, like you said, we've been married for 30 years. There are so many caveats to marriage that will change it up.
Yeah.
And we discussed how do you go through a death? When you go through a death, how does that affect your marriage? When you go through a job loss, when you go through counseling, don't prepare you for that.
Mhm.
Counseling, you look at that nigga like, Lord, you can sit on this couch long enough.
Yeah.
If you don't get up, I'm getting up and I'm out of here.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's some things that counseling doesn't prepare you for, but I think with wise counsel, having people around you that you can go to or talk to, get on a podcast and discuss it or whatever, I think those things are good. Okay.
How about you? I want to ask a question.
Oh yeah.
You, Apostle Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did you meet her? Because she's a Pittsburgh young lady.
Oh, how we met.
You know, straight up out of Florida.
Oh, how we met, yeah. How we met. It's a strange thing. Long story short, she was very familiar in the daughter, like in the daughter to these two pastors named the Colliers, Emory and LaNise Collier of Florida. And it just so happens during that time of my life, I was in actually Gainesville, but I told myself, it's so strange because very long story short, I looked up their church, and so I said, "Oh, let me go to their church." And so when I went to their church, I stayed. And then like maybe 2 or 3 months later, LaNise came to speak. So I really met her in a sense at church. And the strange thing about it was the people who church I looked up were my cousins, and I didn't realize it while I was looking them up until I came to the church. I realized, I remember you when I was 10 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Collier?
Yeah,
Your cousin?
the Nancy Collier is actually my blood cousin, right? And I went to school with their sons. Yeah, so I really knew the Colliers in a sense all my life, but because of moving and what have you, I forgot about them.
Okay.
So we met in a sense at church.
Right. You was sitting out there in the pews and looked up at her and say, "That's mine."
I was sitting up in the pews saying, "Who is this woman?" Yeah, where she came from. Because honestly, because I actually did her flyer because she had a flyer and I did it and we were kind of talking like a text on the flyer what she wanted, and so honestly, my mind never even crossed like who's this woman because I kind of dealt with a long distance relationship. So in my mind, I was just like, Lord, I ain't doing a long distance relationship. So any person that lived more than 100 miles, I wasn't paying attention to anyway.
You wasn't trying to freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what changed?
What changed was over the year, well, it's just such a long story, y'all. Apostle, I came to Cleveland, Ohio with Apostle Collier. And then Apostle Collier warned me or duped me into helping her move out of
He duped you.
helping her move from one apartment to another. And so because I'm the person I am, I didn't mind helping. And so because I was in Cleveland and was around her, I became more, um, I developed a more rapport with LaNise. So over the course of months, like January to August, I would call her once in a while to get some advice or to just say, hey, whatever, whatever.
Could you develop a friendship?
Right, yeah, yeah. We was really unawarely developing a friendship, and I didn't even realize we was. So, and then it kind of took off in an unexpected way. So,
Okay, so we're gonna pause right there.
okay.
As it was taking off.
Okay, as it's taking off.
Unexpected.
It's taking off.
Did you hear that, Vic? He said he was duped, huh?
Right.
He said he was duped. It was a divine connection.
Yes.
So it was taking off. As it was taking off, how were you feeling about this?
Yeah,
It's just like this dude come up being duped, gonna help me move.
right. Yeah. Well, you know what was interesting? Chris and I were really just friends. Like he
Exactly.
said, he would just call randomly out of the blue. I would never call him. He would just call me. Because I just looked at him like a brother, and he would just call out of the blue and he would ask for advice. And we sometimes we would pray together,
Yeah.
laugh, be cracking up. One time we were singing on the phone. And then when my dad passed, I remember about 3 weeks before my dad passed, I think he heard he was real ill. He called to check on me and asked me how my dad was. And we spent a good time in prayer, encouragement. I was like, wow, he's a really good brother, like a nice being brotherly to me. I was like, that's a good brother. And so then that was it.
But wasn't feeling
No, because I was looking at him like, he's just a good brother. And by that time, he had already came up and helped me move. We had just became and developed a relationship. Like I said, he would just call randomly. And I used to do periscopes and he would jump on and support my periscopes and things like that. And so, I just looked at him like just a good brotherly friend. And when my dad passed, he was going to come up for the funeral. And I was like, wow, that was nice that I couldn't believe he was going to.
Yeah, I was just being a friend because that was the kind of friend I was.
Yeah, I see.
That was the kind of friend I was with my friends.
Okay.
He coming up from Florida to Cleveland, Ohio. He's a good friend.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, so he when he offered to come up, I told him we had some changes in the funeral. So instead of it being like a week out, it was going to be a sudden because we had another death. So we did a double funeral with my family. So it was quick. A lot of my friends didn't get a chance to come in. A lot of my people didn't get the chance to come in because I was trying to assist my biological family that was out of town and not have it where they have to be there and miss work and all this other stuff. So anyway, so he said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come up and just hang out with you afterwards. And I said, okay, I'm thinking maybe like 7 months later or something like that. So just come up. And one day, I don't know, it might have been 2 weeks after my dad passed, I was asleep and I heard my phone beep.
Ding.
Ding, yeah. And all I saw was a Delta air ticket. He didn't say I'm coming or not. My husband is something else. He just said this.
I was husband then, though.
Well, he was my husband then, but he's something else. That was so funny because I laughed so hard. I was like,
listen, and I sent the ticket in church.
Yeah, you sent the ticket in church.
Because he wasn't thinking about the words. He got one thing on his mind.
I was doing the ticket in church. I said, let me buy this ticket right now in church.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so then, so as you thinking, he's just a good, brotherly friend then. You still thinking that?
When I got the ding, listen, it did make my mind go, wow. The fact that I told him, the fact that he knew that he could, just send it. Because I looked at Chris, I was like, I love Chris, as a brother in my heart. I was saying, it's like, bro, I love Chris as a brother. And I love all of the people from Florida as brothers and sisters. So we were like a close-knit family. But when I saw it, I was like, this is a little different. Yeah, he just took initiative and he came.
Well, you know.
Well, you know.
So, would you say that's when it started to change?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will because I didn't necessarily realize that the way I was I guess forward, like she kind of mentioned. It was just the way I, in a sense, always been, or the way I developed myself, so because of life issues. And then Apostle Collier, or told me, look, man, I didn't know you could go going up there. She like you, man. You know, and if you go there, you need to be up front with her. And so when he told me that,
Okay, that's
well, he said something like that.
Okay.
It's been so long. I'm sorry, Pastor Carter. It's been so long. So then, because he was a man, or was a man, he is a man. He made me
Friends.
He made me have to pull out something in myself that I didn't necessarily want to, or I had to decide. Well, Chris, if we go up here, you need to go up here with the attitude of, if you know she like you, be real with, be upfront. Don't be around the bush.
Right, right.
And so even when I came up, we weren't necessarily like, ooh, you know, because
Not at all.
because my intentions was just to come up to, to be a friend, her dad passed, and that really was my mind frame. But my mind frame was, okay, well, did this a friend, or rather the compassion I had wanted to be compassionate and try to ease pain. So
We have a comment,
okay.
Okay.
and
What's the
someone
comment?
said, I remember the whole story, just in case y'all forget. Just in case you forget. I know the whole story.
Okay.
So we're progressing.
Right.
We're
Okay.
progressing. You've come up, and you're a friend,
Mhm.
and as you see him progressing, and he's supportive, and then you begin to think, what, like,
Yeah,
what's going on?
yeah, when Chris took the initiative with the plane ticket, I was like, wow, this is different. He's really keeping his word. Number one, I'm always looking at character. So I'm like, he's a man of his word because he said he was going to come. I mean, when we talked about it, he just lightly said it, and I didn't really, I was just like, okay, because people always, say they're going to do something like and don't do it. So I didn't. I was like, because he don't have no allegiance to, he didn't have no reason to keep his word on that to me. We were good friends, but he didn't have to, he has life, he's in Florida. So when he sent that text, I was like, oh, wow, okay. This is something different, and then he came, and when he came, I don't know, it seemed like the dynamics of our relationship shifted. Because once he came, and then we just had so much fun. We went to Cedar Point.
Cedar Point, yeah.
We went, man, we rode on rides. We just had a ball. And I was like, but the thing that, really made me kind of take to Chris is a couple things.
What?
You want to know, boo?
Mhm.
Okay, so anyway, it was one, his relationship with God.
With God.
With God. When we prayed together, it was dynamic. It was like, I was like, I could see myself praying with this man. This man know how to pray, know how to get a prayer through, not because of the way he prayed, but there was an intimacy of God. I could tell you he was a worshiper. So that was attractive. And then number two,
That's two.
two was you kept your word. And then three, we laughed so, like, I have, my personality is I laugh at stuff that other people don't laugh at, and he sees stuff that I see, and we laugh at stuff. It just be like, how in the world, no nobody see this but us, and he started doing stuff, and there was this lady at our church that was hilarious, her personality, so we would like joke about her personality, and one day, even something as silly as when I see something funny on TV, I'm gonna rewind it 1,000 times and just crack up. I think he'll tell you I watched Sanford and Son for 3 years, just the same 25 episodes, videotape. Okay, and Chris is like that. He will rewind something
10,000.
10,000. I will if he sees something funny, and then when something's real funny, I fall on the floor like I just fall. I can't control myself, and I just fall out. And one day we was laughing so hard before I could hit the floor. He was on the floor and he's like, LaNise, you too much. And he started crawling on his elbows. I was like, dang, I thought I was crazy like this. I was like, this boy is
It's really crazy.
crazy for real. Yeah. And we both was laughing. There was this one scene in the movie, I promise you, Apostle Louis, we might have reminded at least 30 times. And we laughed so hard. I just couldn't.
Each time.
We just
Yeah,
laughed
yeah.
like it was
Each time as it was the first time.
man. And I was like, wait a minute, no. Me and Chris got, our personalities are very different, but we got so much more in common, like our personalities
We
common.
got something in common.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a question for him?
Yes, I know you got a question.
Nah, I don't.
You go back. Yep, Sanford and Son Queen.
No, I don't have
You
a
know.
question. I knew you before. I just didn't know how you guys really met.
Okay.
I know you're in the music quite a bit, Chris.
Yeah.
And then, Doc, are you in music?
What's interesting? I grew up around a lot of music. My mom and dad, they had all the albums. I still
You
got
did
all
say
the
that,
albums.
yeah.
And so when I was a little girl, my family always thought I would go into entertainment. And I had, a little girl, everybody got a beautiful voice when you're a little girl.
Right.
In their mind, they used to just brag on my voice. Honestly, I'm not really a psalmist. I hear music though. So I've always been I hear music. Y'all, y'all know. Now, I can't sing like my husband. I'm gonna get you.
You got me screaming on TV.
I'm sorry.
Cut it.
But
We
anyway,
will not take that.
but anyway, so I'm not the psalmist in the family, but I hear music.
Yeah. Yeah.
My husband know that because we make songs. We being silly. I do hear music, and my parents used to take me. I done been to Donna Ross concerts. I done been to Gerald Levert when I was a little girl. Ashford Simpson. I went to all of that stuff. Child, I was a little kid back in the day. Listen. I forgot the Isley Brothers. I done been to all those concerts. I was a little girl, and they would take me to all that stuff. So they couldn't get a babysitter as the only child. They would just take me with them. So and Donna Ross, thanks Lee. Donna Ross, when I went to a concert with my dad, this is just a funny little insert. My dad took me to a Donna Ross concert. I was living with my grandmother, and he called me. I was 6 years old. And so I thought I wanted to be Donna Ross. So she was my favorite. I took my hair, parted it down the middle, and I was my hair used to be thick and just like wavy but big. And I did like this to it. And I thought I was Donna Ross. And my dad said, I ran down the steps. He said, all I remember is my hair was doing like this. I was like, Daddy. And I got in the backseat of the car, and I was short, but I was like looking around trying to see. And she called me all the kids up there.
Okay.
At the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Yep.
Yeah.
She called all the kids on stage. It was maybe about 200 kids. It was a lot of kids. And all the little kids were there. And I was so shy. Out of all the little kids, she said, come here, little one. I think it's because she saw me trying to do it.
Yeah.
And so I walked over and she gave me a kiss on my cheek. My grandma almost got a whooping. She said, Gay, you better wash your face. I ain't washed that face for like a week. This one side where the kiss was, she couldn't tell me. But I just, Donna Ross, if you ever see this, I love you. I still do. Donna Ross. I do.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, that's my girl.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
So you're not, your musically inclined. You said you're just gonna sing.
I hear music. I'm not the psalmist. My husband is, but
He definitely is a song.
We make
He
songs.
definitely is a song.
Yeah.
Definitely is a song. All right, let's see. Is there anything out there that within reason?
Within
We
reason.
won't put it up to if it ain't.
Because we will not answer everything.
Sure won't.
But you went from being single for so long
Yeah.
to now. Wait a minute, this brother is showing up and he's showing interest. And were you what they call gun shy, where you're a little apprehensive about? Chris was like, no, I wasn't.
No, I'm talking about him.
No, I wasn't. You know, I had this motto because I had been engaged a couple of times prior to Chris, and some of my friends would be like, "LaNise, one thing about you, you willing to try love again." And it's not that because I'm very people know I have a stance. Some women thought I was too hard. I've had people say, "You'll never get married. Your stance is too hard." I didn't hurt it all, child. Okay, yeah, exactly. And so, but I talked to the Lord, and the Lord told me one day. He said, "You don't have to. If somebody hurts you, I'll heal you."
Mm.
He says, "So if he was like releasing me to try relationship again.
Mhm.
Don't let one fail, one relationship that didn't work out, another relationship, another engagement. It's like, I'll heal you, dog. If you get hurt, I'll heal you. So as long as I'm not doing nothing,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm not being, no premature sex. I'm not doing all this crazy stuff. I can get healed quicker. So hey, in my mind, I'm good.
Right. Okay, we have a question.
Okay.
We have a question. The question is, where was your first kiss?
Well, that's easy.
That's easy.
Oh, that's real easy.
That's very easy.
The day of the wedding.
The day we got married.
That's the very first time we kissed.
What?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that?
We now production man and wife. You make kiss and bride.
Kiss and bride.
What was our first
Very
kiss?
first kiss.
Okay, I got a question. Why is that? Why did you guys wait
To even kiss.
to even kiss?
I can say
Not a
mine.
peck on the cheek?
Did we?
You ever did peck on cheek?
I don't even know if we did a peck on the cheek. I don't recall that, Dad.
Okay, no.
I remember a hug, but we was very careful with this. No, we were serious about this.
No.
All right, now you may give me a peck when we was fiancés. No, fiancés. I know when I moved
On
up
the
here.
cheek, but no one never.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't no lip
It's
action.
probably like a hug, and we might have kissed a ear, kiss somebody. I'm telling you, we were serious about this.
Right.
My thing is, I had waited. I'm not gonna fall after 20 years.
Right.
I'm not falling. I ain't letting no kiss. I want to know what it's like to be pure. And I said it at the day of the wedding. I said, "This is me and Chris's first kiss."
You told the whole world.
I sure did.
Now y'all saying it again.
Yeah.
Saying it again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't know that.
Mhm. Yeah. It's our first time to kiss.
Yeah, it's the first time we touched lips when we got married.
Yeah.
So you all have been married how long?
I don't know,
4
years. No, I'm teasing. 4
He knows.
years.
He knows. It's 4 years.
Man, that went fast.
Yeah, it went by real fast.
So in the 4 years as a married couple, what have you learned about each other? And in addition to that, what have you learned about yourself?
Yeah. I don't even know how to answer that. I learned, I guess, concerning LaNise, I feel like I'm always learning. And that a lot of times when I look at the LaNise, I'm just like, Lord, I know this person, I know my wife, but I don't know her. Help me to continue. Because people are, we are each ministries to our own selves.
Mhm.
And so like the same way I'm trying to find out who I am at my age, I'm trying to find out who she is. Although I know she like fashion, I know she like these things, I know she like whatever she may like. It's still like for me, wow, Lord, this is still like a never ending hole I'm trying to dig in a sense. You know, what I learned about me is I learned that there was a prayer that we both prayed a while ago, but it was just basically saying, Lord God, I can't fix or control him, and she can't fix or control me. And so I guess I learned a lot about myself actually. So, but I'm gonna just say this one thing. The one thing that I did learn about myself, and she may have learned about herself also, is that although I may want to fix, I may want to help, I may want to do whatever, I had to realize that certain things I can't fix, and certain things are for God and us to fix. And so for me, my mind frame is, Lord, I know if there's an issue, good or bad, or indifferent, to say my mind frame that I know is just like, Lord, I may have an idea to fix it, but Lord, help us to make it fix or whatever the situation may be.
What about you? What have you learned in these 4 years about each other and about yourself?
Yeah. Um, what I learned about my husband is that he has a real strong discipline. I was telling him this when we was coming up. He when he get his mind on something, like most of what he does, it requires a lot of study. So he's going. I'm talking about this man will study 5-6 hours a day. He's going to go into deep study. He studies. He's very disciplined. He has a very disciplined mind, and I told myself I'm disciplined too. I was telling, and Chris knows that we study. We have a house of study. We're both very disciplined. But I know, when I was working on my doctor, it burnt me out. And I was like, child,
I'm sick of stuff.
yeah, I'm sick of studying like this and all that. And so now the studies are different. It's so refreshing because I'm studying the word. So it's not a stressful study. But I was telling him how I appreciate that I learned, and I told him I gleaned from that level of discipline. I'm learning how disciplined he is. And I think about, we both were college athletes. We played, for the Gators, and I played for my team, a couple schools that I went to, two different colleges I went to. And there is a discipline that comes with that. But his school was high level, like major Division 1. And there's a certain level of discipline. I see his discipline, how it's paid off. And so we were talking about teamwork today when we were driving up too. We have those things in common, but there's another level of discipline that he has that I've gleaned. I learned that from him, that really God knew to help us both, to sharpen me even more. And so, and then as far as myself, one thing I will say, I didn't go into marriage blind. I didn't. Because I used to sit with married women and ask them all the time, okay, tell me what I really need to know. Don't give me the fluffy stuff. You don't have to tell me none of your personal stuff in your own personal marriage, but I need to know challenges. I need to know this. I asked a lot of questions, and thankfully, even when I would go down to Florida and meet with the Colliers, I would always ask, can I meet with their older ladies, the yayas? Yeah, I would say, can I meet with them? And I would meet as much as I went down. I would ask, even Apostle Dr. Vic and I, when she would come, we would meet with them. Because I always wanted to learn from the tightest women. I appreciate my friends and all, but I need some people to tell me, you've been married 20, 30, 40 years. I need to hear from y'all. You know what I mean? And so I didn't go into marriage blind. I thought it would be exactly what it is. I knew about ups, downs. So I'm not caught off guard. You know what I mean? So I would say that what I'm learning about myself is that I'm thankful that I had enough sense before me and Vicky used to talk about this, that I didn't go in marriage with a false expectation, expecting my husband to do everything, him to solve everything, putting that undue pressure on him. You know what I mean? So I'm learning that what I learned is good wisdom.
Yeah.
Not that I do it all right, but I learned the importance of sitting down and being quiet and listening and gleaming from other women did come in handy, because I didn't go into marriage like it's a la la land. But I was very happy that two is better than one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure is all good.
I don't care how much this brother get on my nerves. He ain't going
That's what
nowhere.
I'm trying to tell you.
And how much I get on his nerves. Really?
Yeah.
It's just,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
yeah, what?
Yeah, what? You talking about year one?
You're what?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so you talking about year one?
Yes, yes.
You know what?
She over here trying to jam me up.
I see, no, I see.
I just say,
Yeah, that's what you learned.
Yes. So, okay, you guys said you
You learned that's a so.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what you really learned.
Okay.
Let's see what you really learned.
Oh, somebody.
That's yours.
Oh, no.
We are about to play
Okay, we could have been a little game.
and we
Okay.
game. The
Okay.
first ever game of you, me, and we.
Okay.
So here we go. All right, the first question. Let me see. What was the first question I asked you? Oh,
What is
Lord
that?
have mercy. No.
The-
Don't be
the
cheating
game?
either.
Okay.
Because they're very competitive. And they want to win. Okay. Let me wait. Let me see. Yeah. Okay,
The game show?
Okay. The first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you're okay, this is to you, Lou.
Okay.
Okay.
If Chris was to go on a reality TV show,
Okay.
which one would it be? Which one would it be? Let's see who gets this right.
Do my husband answer first, or do I?
We both turn around at the
Okay.
same time.
Right. On 3.
1, 2, 3.
I was gonna write the circle, man. I was gonna write that too. I really was. I should have listened to his spirit. Yeah,
He would go in the circle.
I will go on the circle in a heartbeat.
He would go in the circle. So I had that right, boo?
You did.
No,
Okay.
yeah. Set this one down.
I had it right. 1 point for me.
Okay, this one about the money, I think. Okay. If you were given $1,000 to spend on Chris, what would you buy him?
Okay.
Ready?
Come on now. Come on.
3.
What you wrote?
Yeah. She said something techie.
Okay.
You said gadgets.
Something said, okay. Okay.
She knows. I don't even know
I
what the
know
circle
my
is.
husband.
She said, I love the circle.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, my husband.
All right.
What word best describes Chris in the morning?
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3. He's put focus.
What's the point?
She put lukewarm. You know, it's like you're trying to
Trying
wake
to
up.
wake up and
Yeah, you get there, yeah.
you're back.
Yes, facing you though.
Okay, let me go to the. All right, guys.
Okay, yeah. All right. Are we on now? We're back from commercial break.
Let's see if it's still.
Like connected.
No sooner. Are we back? Can you guys see us? Can you see us? Are we back?
If you can see us, please text something to us.
It says that we're on.
Yeah. You still.
Yes,
Yes, okay, we're good, okay.
Okay.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Technical
My
difficulties.
fault. Yeah, my fault. Okay, let's finish the, y'all wasn't cheating, y'all wasn't giving
Nah.
answers in that.
Oh.
I know y'all wasn't. Okay, so we answered all.
Y'all
Okay,
cheat.
next one. Apostle Chris, this is for you.
Uh,
Who's better at household chores? You or LaNise?
yeah, that was kind of hard. When are you want me to turn around?
Yes, you ready?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ready
go
for
for
it?
yeah.
Who's better at household chores? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. You got 2 years around.
You, child.
Well, you said you did put her at the end. You did put her at the end.
Okay.
Okay, next question. What was the next question?
I said it was a tie, but
Okay, we'll go with this one. I think that was the next one. Okay, when you go out to eat, normally who chooses the restaurant?
I don't even know no more.
You ready? 1.
Hold on. What's the other question? What's the?
Last question was who said I love you first?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, so
I'm
when you
ready.
go out to eat, who normally chooses the restaurant?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I did.
Well, it's a me. It's a me.
Yeah. Last one.
Okay.
Who said I love you first? Go.
My husband.
Oh.
Because he said,
So silly.
he said, I don't even remember.
I know. I ain't gonna even lie.
He said, y'all just love each other. It don't matter who said it first.
Well, I did. If she said I did, I did.
I remember that.
She remembered.
Oh, okay.
We will not forget.
Remember that. That was fun.
We thank y'all for
Yeah.
coming on.
It was a great time. It was a nice time.
Fun.
We
Thank
thank you for
y'all.
coming on. So, at the end, is there any advice that you would leave married couples? Yeah, we know you've been married for 4 years, but nowadays 4 years is a long time
Sure is.
to be married. You stay married a year,
Yeah.
you know, you've done something.
Yeah.
What advice would you leave to married couples, or because you've been single for a long time and years, what would you leave singles aspiring to be married? Some advice.
You want me to go first? Okay. I would say for singles, there's so much I could say for singles, but just to narrow it down, I would tell you if there is any selfishness in you, you ain't ready for marriage, okay? You're just not ready. Marriage is about, giving of yourself, your time, your love, giving up your old self. And it's about sacrifice and it's about forgiveness. If you hold on to grudges for a long time and you're not forgiving, you'll just be frustrated, because it's just a real reality that two people are coming together. You're getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So you just gotta give each other room and space to grow. So I just encourage the singles first. I would say, if you still selfish, just go enjoy your selfish life for a little bit longer, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll come back to the marriage. You want to say something for singles?
Oh, for the singles, I don't know what to tell y'all.
He said, I ain't single no more.
Right.
Well, if you're single, well, if you're single, I guess I may be echoing you. Enjoy being single. Of course, enjoy being in a holy way now. But because and do all that you can, I guess, to find yourself, so that if marriage is on the table for you, you can come more in the marriage as a complete person. Although I don't think you would ever really come in marriage complete
Right.
because you're even always trying to find yourself also. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ron said he agrees.
Yes.
Don't be selfish.
yeah.
That's right, Juan. And I would say for married couples, one thing that Apostle Dr. Vic and I, we had went to this singles conference one time, with Creflo Dollar did a singles ministry conference. And I think with Michelle McKinley Hanley, she said it's not, she started singing a song, it's not about you. But then we got a CD, and Vicky blessed me with a CD. We watched it, listened to it together when we were driving one day. And it talked about getting married actually, um, unhealed areas in your life, they surface up no matter how much healed you think you are. Marriage is a deliverance tool, and your spouse is really designed to help bring healing to you, even in those weak places, because your spouse is a safe place for you. Me and Chris was talking about we're best friends, you know what I mean? So even though I have a best girlfriend, my husband, is my best
It's the
friend.
best.
And so, right, right, Vic. He was like, but no, he but the thing is that it's a opportunity for you to grow, and that person is supposed to be a healing agent for you. And so, although we want to go into marriage completely whole, completely healed, the reality is that's impossible. And what happens, you mature in marriage. And I tell people marriage is for the tough, you know what I mean? So you mature in marriage. So as much as you work on yourself, keep doing that. Marriage is going to sharpen you. And I always laugh at a lot of these single women, particularly who just think they so healed and got it so together. I'm like, okay, keep on living, because when you get ready to get married,
How about that?
and you get ready to get married, you're going to see how whole you are, how healed you really are, how patient you really are, how stubborn you are, any hidden things inside you.
How nasty you are.
Yup, exactly. And
Say it again.
exactly. So
How stubborn and nasty you are.
yeah, exactly. So those things come out. Yeah. My husband ain't talking about me, just so y'all know.
You think so?
He's not talking about me. But
He emphasized certain.
yeah. He ain't talking about me, ladies, because
No,
one
I'm
thing,
not, my husband.
your
ain't
husband
like
over
talking
there,
about
right?
me.
No, because what I do want to tell you is that there's things about you that you do not know until you get married. And so
No.
marriage show you some things about you that this
Right.
inside with you. And my favorite scripture is in right here is that God may deal with truth in your inwardmost parts. So you might think you're so fabulous. Yeah, I love it. You might think you're so fabulous and you so caring, so loving, and all those things, but you start seeing some stuff about yourself. So in my marriage, I'm always self-checking myself. And my husband, patient, kind, tender, very, very patient, kind, and tender with him. And because I know what he needs, you know what I mean? He knows what I need as well. So I just wanted to encourage the married women and men to just make sure that you two are healthy enough to be safe enough to say, hey, this issue came up in me, and I'm sorry, maybe I took it out on you, or perhaps can I have an issue? Sometimes I go to my husband, I'm like, baby, this is a vulnerable place. I have something I need you to help me work through. You pray for me and help me, and he'll do some deliverance on me. You know what I mean? So that's real important. So that's what I wanted to say, babe.
Okay, well, you did a wonderful job.
Well, thank you, honey bunny.
As far as like the mayor, I don't even know what the question was, so I'm just talking.
How you can help the married
How can I help the married
Yeah.
people? I'm gonna just share what my apostle in the Lord, our Father, told me. He told me about a month or so back. He told me, and it was really a prophecy, but he said, but I'm gonna take. He said, marriage involves a lot of things. It involves joy, but it also involves pain.
Mhm.
And so, although we don't ever want to be in a position of pain really ever in our lives, I think when we have pain, maybe in marriage, that's when the boat rocks. That's when the devil may whisper in your ear, your flesh may whisper in your ear. But marriage isn't a monolith in a sense, and no two marriages are alike. And so I even encourage people that are single or that are married in this, that don't necessarily try to have the marriage that you may have seen somebody else have, because you're not those people.
Right.
Yeah.
But try to have the marriage that God is directing you to have. Because for me, I'm gonna go back to what my wife said. She said you'll learn about yourself, and she was saying how kind you are, and I was saying how nasty or rude you are, because marriage can bring you to a place to where you feel that you aren't rude, or you may know you're rude, and you just don't care, and you can take it in a sense all out on your spouse. And so marriage can bring you to those places because you may think that because they're my spouse, they should be able to take it, or they should be able to handle it, and that's not really true either.
Right.
Because it was one thing that I believe the Lord was showing me really, really since I was a child, that, but even more so since I got married, that the same way that I want God to treat me is the way I need to treat my wife. Because the scripture says, "How can you love me who you don't see?"
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add this in here. But don't love your wife or your husband who you do see.
No, that's right.
And so for me personally, a lot of times when I treat my wife a certain way, I'm just like, well, God, I want you to welcome me always. I want you to embrace me always. So I realized that I need to embrace my wife even when I may not feel like embracing. So because I know that's how I want God to treat me, and that's how I want her to treat me.
Absolutely.
So
So as you said before, it's sacrifice.
Mhm.
You know, it's a lot of, marriage is a lot of sacrifice.
mhm,
It's not 50-50.
yeah, mhm,
It's not 80-20.
yeah, it's not,
No.
Sometimes it's just 100% on one side,
mhm,
and then because we sacrifice.
Right.
Today,
Yeah.
it is not about me. I know what he needs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just go
Yeah.
deal with it.
exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
So it's a lot of sacrifice. This was fun.
It was fun.
This was fun.
We were so glad to be here. It was fun, now,
Yes.
y'all.
I enjoyed it. I
We need
enjoyed
weed.
it. You and me.
I need to come back.
You gotta come back.
Studio 22.
Studio 22, he said, come back. Okay, any announcements that you might have? Anything you want to tell the people about what's going on in your life? As you all know, they are apostles. So they're out there preaching, teaching, all over the place. But she'll tell you where she
Okay.
Well, I wanted to first, I'm gonna build up my husband because he actually has, yeah, baby, he's got some good books he's written for children. So I want to encourage you guys to go on Amazon and type in Christopher Reynolds, and my husband's books will come up. He's written some really good books. Baby, you want to tell him about your books first?
Yeah, I just kind of wrote some 3 books. I'm still actually writing, but so I do have a passion for children's books. I wrote one book based on autism. I wrote another book that's kind of a personal life story. It was based on overcoming speech impediment, and my very first book was titled "The Kid Who Opened His Eyes." It's just kind of an inspirational book. So those are you can find them under Amazon under my name, Christopher Reynolds. I may have a picture. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Well, this would be a
But-
perfect time for the autism.
But if you can't, oh yeah, a perfect time for the autism. I can put it in the chat if you don't mind.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Go on ahead.
Okay.
This is Autism Awareness Month, so
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
perfect time.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, I did have a book on. Well, I did write a book on autism. It's called Patrick and Me. The book is called Patrick and Me, and it's told actually from a third person's point of view. It is told from the older brother who doesn't have autism, and his younger brother has autism,
Okay.
and the story is told through how the older brother lives with his brother that does have autism.
Yeah, and yeah, as for myself, you guys, I just want to push out me and Apostle Dr. Vic's book. I want to encourage you guys to get the Shelf Life book. It's a series, okay? And we have some other things we're going to be working on with this series, but I want to encourage you to go get the Shelf Life, How to Cope with Prolonged Singleness, and also get Sex on the Shelf. For those of you who are watching, I just really want to push out my besties books on today. And you guys, I've written plenty of things. My bestie and me. And so, and my husband's book. But you guys can also just go under LaNise Rosemont. A lot of my books were under my
Rosemont, yeah.
yeah, my maiden name. And I think I got one book or so under my Mary
Mary
Ann.
Ann.
So you guys can go on Amazon.
Yes,
Reynolds.
she has, what, 9 books, 10 books?
13.
13 books, y'all.
13
13 books, one for each day of the month. One for each month of the year, plus one more extra month.
Yeah, she be knocking them out.
Yeah, I'll be in North Carolina and Charlotte next weekend ministering. So if you guys, yeah, and if you guys are
North Carolina,
yeah, on the 14th, and then
not born or raised.
not
Okay.
born or raised up. Okay, no problem. Then I think the following week, I think on the 20th, I'll be at my apostles' church, my apostles, Chief Apostle Joseph Prude and Apostle Sandra Prude church ministering as well. So there's some places I'll be, and that's for this month right here. So God bless, and we want to thank you guys for having us. It's been so fun.
Yes,
We're so excited about Apostles Phillips. They're really stepping into their metron.
Yes, they are.
Marriage metron. We've been telling them that for some time. They know it, but they actually took it and stepped into it. So please keep coming back on Thursdays.
Coming back.
Supporting
to
our
the
ministry.
Studio
Yeah,
22.
so come to Studio 22.
Studio 22.
Yes. And we love their children too. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ashley, for watching Raymond. All the kids, Channing, what's your other daughter, Charlie? Jasmine, we enjoyed your baby with us this weekend.
Yes, so far.
God bless all of y'all who are watching, and everybody that supported Iron Tribe. Thank y'all for being. I see a couple of you on today. So we love you guys.
Yes.
You wanna say something before we go?
All right, just make sure you mention Iron Tribe of Apostolic and Prophetic.
Oh, a
Network.
church
Yeah.
too. Okay. With us, you could have said that, baby.
Where we have a church in technically Elyria, Ohio, but it's in Lorain County. So people, if you're out there in Lorain County, we are doing the Lord's work. Come on. We do have a Facebook page, Iron Tribe Apostolic and Prophetic Network Ministries also.
Yes,
As we drive down,
yes.
go about an hour and a half to go to church.
That's amazing. Yes, it's amazing.
Yes,
Sacrifice. We appreciate you guys' sacrifices.
We do.
And last but not least, August 16th, 17th, and 18th, we're having our network conference under Unapologetically Prophetic. It's going to be in outside of Cleveland, Ohio, in Avon. So if you guys are interested, go under Eventbrite and put in Unapologetically Prophetic. And then, or you can also put in Global Council of Apostolic Prophetic Women. We'll be having that. It's a meeting with the ladies on the 16th. And then at night, we're going to kick off Unapologetically Prophetic. So we hope to see you guys there. And thank you again for having us. We had a ball. This has been
Yeah, we had fun.
so much fun. We needed this. It wasn't churchy. It was just fun.
Just relax.
Yeah, just
But you know the church gonna come out of them because it's in
Of
them.
course.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, we just laid
It
back.
was fun. Laid back.
Babe, you got anything to say? You wanna pray us out?
I just want to thank everybody that came on tonight, and we're about to get on out of here. Father God, we thank you for this evening. We
Yes,
thank
God.
you for this time that we spent. Lord, we hope that by sharing this, that it will help somebody
Yes.
to grow, Father God. We just thank you for that, and thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
And
So guys, go out, like and share. Please share this information because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to know and maybe just want to sit back, laugh, have a good time. But they won't know it if you don't share it or like it. So please like and share. We really appreciate it. So I think that's all for the good.
All for the
all right, good.
All right, guys, thanks so much, and we will see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. where our special guest will be Tony and Alicia Phillips. So you guys got to come on back for that. All right, we'll see you soon.
See you.
Bye-bye.